Banished from Earth Classic Game Room broadcasts from the Intergalactic Space Arcade on its never-ending mission to review everything. Two-player, simultaneous play, okay. Blast away and go, go, go. It's Metal Slug, or at least the mini marquee letting you know that Metal Slug is in the Neo Geo MVS arcade machine. Along with Last Resort and a bunch of other games. Unlike most arcade machines from the 80s and early 90s, the Neo Geo could hold more than one game. And these mini marquees were little advertisements letting players know what was installed. For Neo Geo collectors these days, you can find reprints if you've lost the originals or never had them to begin with. And that's what we're looking at here, beautiful reprints of Neo Geo mini marquees. So now I can let others know and remind myself what great games I have installed in my Neo Geo MVS arcade machine. These were sent to the show by Dustin from Salem, Oregon of Northwest Retro and ArcadeCrusade.com. So a huge thanks to Dustin. Here you are on the map. It's Oregon, a state that brews some great beers. Here's my Neo Geo MVS arcade machine, which is a little bit beat up, but it's still a good functioning piece of equipment with a refurbished monitor. Now it needs new marquees. So I'm going to take the top off here and put the reprints in that Dustin sent to the show, so let's check it out. This is one of the few times that you will ever see me using a screwdriver. In fact, there's a good chance I'll screw this up in one way or another. Chop my hand off or something. High voltage. If it was in good working order, like great working order, these things would actually light up, I guess. But mine don't. So here's the marquee as it exists now, which could probably use a good cleaning, so I'll do that before I put it back on. But you can see the inserts here are just pieces of paper slid into these little slots. These are actually printouts. This one is a real one, you can see. Let's save power, then powerful shoot. I'm not really sure which ones to use since they all look good, but I guess I'll start with Last Resort and just put them in randomly. See what works. Let's do the car one here. We'll put the spaceships on the end. And then Metal Slug right here. I think you gotta have Metal Slug. Now that they've all been inserted, you can take a look at what this is gonna look like, and it's gonna look pretty good. Oh yeah. Although I think I'm actually going to swap this one out with Metal Slug on the end. There we have it. Brand new Neo Geo MVS marquees. And they look great. Thank you, Dustin. Now's the part of the show where we clean things. You don't see that very often on here. Pretty dirty too, damn. This thing's been through a war. Or at least several arcades. What we're doing now is we're going to Goo on this piece of tape here. Let that soak in. Because nothing can mar the visual perfection of Neo Drift Out new technology. That stuff comes right off. Yeah, Goo Gon's the best. And it smells like oranges. Mmm. Take that right off of there. So I've got a few more pieces of tape to take off up here, but I'm impatient. I want to get back to playing some games. It may not be mint or brand new, but it certainly looks a lot better than before. We got Alpha Mission 2, Last Resort, Neo Drift Out, and Metal Slug marquees. What a nice way to reinvigorate the Neo Geo MVS arcade machine. So thanks again, Dustin, and thanks to the Neo Geo community and Luke Morse 1 and everybody who's helping me keep this thing alive, because it's tons of fun. So there you go, a nice easy way to make it look cool. Pro tip, I used a little bit of tape on the inside to fine-tune the alignment, and hold them in place. So if you're looking for a few of these, check out Arcade Crusade or have fun hunting down the originals. It's alive with max 330 Mega Pro Gear specs. And drugs don't use winners. But winners do play Metal Slug, Last Resort, Neo Drift Out, Shock Troopers 2, Flamethrower, which I actually set on the machine next to this because I ran out of room. Now I need a 5 slot. And maybe someday functioning light up things so they glow in the dark like the other games, but you know. It's hard to do everything at once. This entire machine was brought back from the dead. It's the Neo Geo MVS arcade machine. I love the mini marquees, so thanks again Dustin, and thanks to all of you. It's ClassicGameRoom.com. Time to play some Neo Geo. I wasn't even ready. Come on, give me a break.